What's up, everybody? This is Chris, and this is my channel, Bar None 11970. Thank you for taking the time to listen to what is probably going to be a little bit of a rant. I'm probably going to be taking a break from working on this channel for a while, and I want to explain why. Because I'm a little disappointed. This channel has 43,000, almost 43,000 subscribers, and the views are getting less and less. Now, I never really cared about views, but my point about why I'm going to be taking a break from this particular channel, possibly indefinitely, is the fact that I have been on this channel since 2012. I've been talking about stuff like the fake news and the pedophilia stuff and the government problems before most of these people made it famous. Before Donald Trump called it fake news and all the stuff that's going on. And here's one of the biggest things I've learned, is that unfortunately the majority of people like to listen to these videos, but they don't want to participate in fixing problems. Now, as far as I'm concerned, I am prepared for every situation. I don't live in fear, first of all. So I'm not worried about anything, because everything that I need will always be provided for me at the exact moment that I need it. So that's fine. But the other day was a big awakening of the internet to me. And it was a disappointing reality. And it's fine, because everybody makes their choices. I did a video the other day that I wanted to start a movement, calling it hashtag no longer be silent. Asking people to lose the fear, spread truth, and have your voices heard. Not one person made a video. People are too afraid. And it's come to my conclusion, and I could be wrong, that most people, they'll cheer you on, they'll wish you well, they'll tell you good job, but not partake in trying to change the world for the better. Now, I put myself on the line with this stuff. I don't even have children, but I know the difference between right and wrong. And if I'm going to lower my vibration to reach a target audience to try and help people to better this world, and nothing is done about it, then why am I doing it? The problem is, I have a comic book channel that has only 4,000 subscribers, and I get 3 times the views and responses there, where I think I can even make a better impact on a comic book channel than I can a channel like this. And I'm not sad, because like I said, I have learned so much about life. And like they say, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. And I don't want to force somebody to do something they don't want to do. But if I'm going to be spending years of being attacked, ridiculed, insulted, abandoned, only to also include being ignored, and nobody else wants to be a part of what I try and do, or they're doing it on their own separate thing, because I'm not looking for people to make a video and say, hey, I learned this from Chris. I don't need that. Like I said, I have no dog in this fight. I have no children. It would be very easy for me to sit back and say, well, it's not my problem. But I have this, I guess, curse of caring about more than just myself. And when I first started YouTube, I had this big illusion that there were other people out there who will put themselves on the line for truth. Not just listening to a video, not just cheering somebody on, but actually being a part of it. And the reality is, most people don't want to rock the boat. Most people want to live in fear. Most people want to be ruled. Most people want others to tell them how to think and what to say and how to do it. And if I am going to emotionally almost destroy myself to help others and not see any progress, as a matter of fact, I'm seeing less and less progress over the years, then it makes no sense to my own personal physical well-being and mental well-being for me to keep putting myself on the line, putting out information out there to get nice praises, but I don't do it for that. And Jeremy, I want to say something really quick. And I appreciate your response. It says, but you make me strong. I should not be the one making you strong. You should be the one making you strong. And I appreciate that. And like I said, I'm not going to shut down the channel. I'm not taking away the videos. But the incentive for me to try and help people has diminished over the years to the point that it's not healthy for me. When I made that hashtag no longer be silent, I got some people that thumbed it up. I got people saying good luck. I even had people type the word hashtag yada yada yada, no longer be silent. But when I typed it in to see if anybody made a video, not one. So do we really want change? Because the problem is, even in this world of spirituality and lifting yourself up and things, if you want food, you can't just sit there and hope for it, wish for it, dream for it, smile about it, think about it. You have to get up and get it. So if we want to make this world a better place, we need to speak up. We need to do things about it. We need to stop waiting for somebody else to do all the work. And that is very frustrating to me, that I've dedicated my life since 2012. I've lost family members. I've lost friends. I've had people lose respect for me. I've had people on the internet to this day constantly attack me and make fun of me. And for what? United we stand and divided we fall, and this is the most divided I've ever seen the country in my lifetime. And like I said, I've learned so much that I can raise my vibration. I can get above all of this stuff and be out of the radar and be okay no matter what happens. But maybe was I foolish to think I should care about other and put my happiness on the line for people that will thank me, which is nice, who appreciate me, which is nice, but my ultimate goal is to try and change the world. And of course it gets shut down. Alright, so I guess I'm back again. And this is another thing that I find absolutely sad. I make live shows on my other channel, my comic book channel, all the time. Never once does it get interrupted. But here, happens all the time. So people are going to make their judgments. They're gonna think about themselves. And that's the unfortunate part. I've spent years trying to think of more than just myself. But if people are not willing to put themselves on the line for fear, nothing is going to change. That's why this has been going on, not for months, not for years, not for decades, not for centuries, but for millennia. Because the average person worries more about themselves. And that is sad. But like I've always said, you get what you give. And unfortunately, there are going to be people here that come here for the right reasons that are going to be very disappointed to hear what I'm talking about. But I made a live show on my comic book channel just today, had 60 people watching. I'm doing this with 43,000 supposed subscribers, which, by the way, I've been accused on multiple occasions of buying those subscribers. Like, I have that much money to waste on subscribers that don't even watch my channel. Right now, there are 23 people watching. Tonight, how many children will go to bed hungry? How many children will be raped? How many children will be murdered by these people? And you know what would triggered this on me? So, yeah, I'm getting triggered on this one, and I'm proud of it, because this is deservingly so. The fact that James Gunn, and I collect comic books, I have a comic book channel. I love James Gunn's movies, Guardians of the Galaxy, until I read his tweets and found out what a disgusting pervert he is, and rightfully so got fired. Well, half the cast is writing to Disney trying to get him back. There are people that made a petition that had, last time I checked, over 100,000 signatures trying to get this guy his job back. And we're going to sit here and pretend that we're just, you know, we're above it all? It's hypocritical. And this is something that needed to be said. Evil thrives when good people do nothing. And just writing the word hashtag is not enough. Like I said, I don't have any children. I could have easily said, well, it's not my problem. Instead of making a video trying to help people maybe be inspired by losing their fear, and not one person did it. Then I feel like I'm wasting my time. And I don't like wasting my time. And people are going to judge no matter what people do. So you know what? I need to be happy for myself. And I've spent years of sacrificing my happiness for a channel that is being destroyed and is basically at this point insignificant. Now, of course, I don't regret doing anything. I'm glad I've helped awaken people. But we need more than people that are awake. We need people that will awaken others. We need people to say no instead of looking the other way. We need people to stop these criminals. Every time I see an actor that tells me they would rather have... I mean, let's put it this way. The left, the extreme left, and these Hollywood elitists and these news reporters and this media and everything was up in arms when Roseanne, quote-unquote, joked about a politician looking like one of the casts of Planet of the Apes. Right or wrong, that's for you to decide. But Hollywood was up in arms to the point where she got fired. But it's okay for James Gunn to, quote-unquote, joke repeatedly about wanting to have sex with children, and they want to fight for his job to come back. If anybody spends their money on another Guardians of the Galaxy movie that he would produce, or anything he produces, you deserve what you get. And like I said, I have a comic book channel. I loved what James Gunn did with those Guardians of the Galaxy movies. I was a huge Rick and Morty fan until I saw the video that Dan Harmon did, and I was disgusted by it. Because normal people don't do that. And you cannot use the guise of jokes. And you will not believe how many people attacked me for saying Dan Harmon could potentially be a pedophile. I didn't say he was. I got attacked and roasted for it. And of course YouTube flagged it immediately. People care about money. I made a video today earlier on my comic book channel. Again, 3 times the views I'll get here with 10 times less the subscribers, where I was talking about Stan Lee. I'm sure many people know who Stan Lee is, part of Marvel Comics. And how when he dies, people are going to flood the market with his signatures. So all these people spending tremendous amounts of money on his signatures are going to be shocked when they find out that the market will be flooded, because there will be people that will try and benefit off of a person's death to make money. This is the priority of people. And I was saying how that's wrong, and it's something I could never do. That video already has 10 thumbs down. So people care more about themselves and making money. And I hope Stan Lee lives to be 200. And I have a couple of his signed comic books. You will not see any of my books on sale that day he dies. I think it's disgusting, and that's a really sad way to make money, but unfortunately, this is how most people want to live. And this is a venting and a ranting on this channel that I never thought I would do. So basically, I will not be shocked that if Hollywood gets their way and James Gunn is seen as a hero, if you thought what Roseanne did was wrong, then you cannot say that what James Gunn did was wrong. And I see channels, huge channels, and this is what inspired me to make this video. WhatCulture.com was talking about James Gunn being possibly rehired. And they said by James Gunn's tweets, but he said it in a way that didn't say what they were. Said, outlandish tweets, they did it. So What Culture was so worried about their subscriber counts and their video views that they wouldn't say that the tweets were about him masturbating to a 15-year-old Justin Bieber and how he wanted to have sex with little boys. But you don't want to touch that because it'll ruin your view counts on your YouTube, and those are the places that YouTube loves to put on the top lists. So good job, WhatCulture.com. I will never watch another one of your videos again because you care more about views than your own damn integrity. And here's the thing. I'm ranting because I need to get this frustration out. Don't think I've lost it or think I've changed my view on the world. Like I said, I will be enlightened. I know the secrets of what's going on. I could fix this. I chose to sacrifice my own happiness to help others. But if it ain't going anywhere, then it's kind of dumb for me to try and revive a dead horse. Who knows if I change my mind and come back, but I'm not deleting the channel. I'm not going to take down any videos, but there's no inspiration for me. I don't need pats on the back. As much as I appreciate those who say I helped them, if all I achieved in life is somebody patting me on the back saying good job, then I didn't really achieve my goal. My goal was to help make this planet a better place, and I'm failing at that. And if I'm failing at it, and I try several different ways over the years, and nothing changes or gets worse, there comes a time when you say, time to stop. This channel's been dead a long time now. And if people want to do nothing, they will get what they deserve. If you want to live in fear, that is your choice. But don't be surprised that you are scared for your whole life. Over the years, people told me, oh, be careful what you talk about. They'll murder you. They'll do this. They'll do that. Well, you know what? I'm still here. But many people, for those reasons, are afraid of a bunch of actors who pretend to have bad things happen to them. I mean, like, for example, this new person I just heard about, this Isaac Cappy, who supposedly, he is an actor, a minor actor in Hollywood. And he's talking about all the pedophilia. And people are doing nothing but attacking this person. Now, I don't know if he's being honest or not. I at least give the benefit of the doubt to listen to somebody, because I've known enough through my research, and all you have to do is look at all the Hollywood people and interviews in the past where they know about the casting couch. They know about this stuff. This has been happening since the days of Shirley Temple. This is not something new. And yet people are doing nothing but bashing them, accusing them of things. And the latest one is they saw a piece of paper flip in front of him, so that must mean he has a script. Anyone ever stop and think maybe he's reading a magazine, or maybe he wrote some stuff down? If you watch my videos, where I used to do back in the old days in the government stuff, I wrote stuff down. Does that automatically mean that you're a liar? But people will assume it. No, aha, I saw a piece of paper flip by the screen. It must be a script. He must be a fake. No one wants to believe anything anymore. Now, I'm not saying he's true or not. I don't know his true intention. But I will never automatically believe something anymore without questioning it and researching, and I will automatically not dismiss it either, even if it sounds crazy, because that's how you stop truth. You make it so crazy no one wants to touch it, and people are so afraid that their outer or inner circle will not like them because they think differently than others. They're so afraid of judgment, they would rather be silent than right. And that is a shame. Because you cannot say you want to change the world if you are worried more about your views over your integrity. Or your friends who really only support you because you fit into their little circle instead of doing the right thing. And I will get people saying a lot of negative things about me about this. But it's not something I'm not used to. If I can make a video showing my face all the time, putting myself out there, having people who put out my personal information, who gave death threats to me and my family, just because I wanted to do the right thing, and I'm still here, that should tell you everything you need to know about fear. Fear is a choice. You learned fear because people taught you it. And who taught you the fear? The very people that sell you the things to get you sicker. To allow them to continue to abuse people because we're supposed to be higher than that. Raise your vibration to the point where you don't see the evil. Isn't that kind of abandoning all the people we're supposed to be loving? Aren't we supposed to love all, not a select few who just match our idealistic point of view? I don't need a group. I need a better world. My world will be better regardless. But I wanted a better world for more than just myself. That's why I did these videos. And I am ashamed that not one person made a video. Got plenty of people saying it was a great idea and good luck and wrote the hashtag down, but not one person put themselves on the line. If I'm on a huge boat where we're all on it and I'm the only one rocking the boat ain't moving. Right now, I'm beating a dead horse. And I'm not being negative for the rest of my life. This is something that's been a long time of frustration coming that I've tried to get past. If people worry about like whatculture.com and they worry more about their views than their integrity, then this problem will never be fixed. It'll be just delayed or a minor inconvenience for these people. I've warned people even about Trump. How many people are so happy about Trump right now with his economics and all this stuff? That's wonderful. It puts more money in your pocket. Where's the swamp being drained? Where's the people being arrested? Hillary in jail yet? I sure don't see it. But they'll cheer him on because you'll get extra money in your pocket. Any of these kids not being raped tonight or murdered tonight or kidnapped tonight? Are we a more united place? Is he getting rid of any of these people in the fake news that he loves to call it so much, which I've been saying since 2012 and was accused of being crazy and paranoid about it? The funny part is, the ones that do the most damage in the world are the most united. That's the sad part. And that's why they can literally tell you what they're doing and still get away with it, because 99% of the people will think you're crazy to even admit that it exists. And that's frustrating to me. I don't want to do this alone. You notice how this title on the screen says Barn on 11970, uniting people one person at a time. Well, by now, I'd like to think I got more than 20 people in my 5 years of investment on this. So I don't know if I want to make any videos on this channel for a while, if at all. YouTube is doing everything in its power to block my information. Nobody will help me at all. God forbid you try and talk to a larger channel to try and help. I actually tried to go on Benjamin Owen's channel, seeing all the good stuff he's doing, and trying to say to him, and I actually had to donate $5, or no, I'm sorry, $20, just so he would read my message, otherwise he ignored them. asking, could you at least look at my channel and help me because I've been trying to do this for years. You know what he said? First of all, he didn't even read the name of my channel. He just read the message and said, yeah, you know, but I can't say anything because I don't know if you're a racist or a drug dealer or something. You couldn't check? I'm trying to help. You know, people are so worried about money. Did anybody forget that money is the root of all evil? I'm proud that I'm not rich. I'm proud of the fact that I have just enough to help get some investments in things that I love to get by. But I don't worship the almighty dollar, the very thing that enslaves us all. But people are so worried. They think success is how much paper fake currency they have in their wallet, in their bank account, in their pocketbook. Instead of the integrity of living life to help others, to save people, to try and do the right thing. To let go of the fear of being judged by people who don't get it. Because, God forbid, somebody attacks you by calling you a name. Trust me, I've heard every name in the book. If I can be insulted on a comic book channel, that should say everything you need to know about what the average person's priorities are. And it's very frustrating to me, and I don't know if, for the time being, I want to do it. And the funny part is, there will be people that will say, oh, Chris has lost it, he's this, he's that. People are very good at making opinions instead of doing something. I don't care how enlightened you think you are. Wish yourself some food and stay in your bed and not get up and get it and watch how slowly you starve to death. In this world, you gotta get up and do things. Patting people on the back, saying, oh, rah, rah, rah in the background sounds good, but it changes nothing. Why do you think I'm so frustrated right now? I'm disappointed. I'm not angry. I'm disappointed that I invested since 2011. Shut down the original channel. But been doing this since 2011, and it's like I just started a new channel. And nothing that I do is helping. So I have to think, do I continue to kid myself and just keep doing things that might help 3 or 4 people better their lives? Or say, I'm beating a dead horse and it's kind of dumb for me to keep trying to revive something that's dead. This channel is dead, for the most part. But like I said, I'm not going to delete it. I'm not taking down any videos, and I hope for years it helps teach people. But the reality of what I've learned is people don't want to do what it takes to change the world. If you're afraid to show your face on a video camera to spread messages and wake people up, if you're afraid to talk to your family and friends for fear of being made fun of, they've won. They can't touch me. I rise above that. And I wanted to share that experience so others can feel what that's like, to know that you cannot be touched if you rise above it all and fix the world. The whole world is waiting for Superman instead of realizing you are Superman. So you'll spend your whole life waiting for what's already there. You just don't believe it because they trained you to not believe it. And I don't know how many times I can say the same thing over and over again. So to the people that were here for the right reasons, I thank you. For the people who appreciated what I did, it means the world to me. But I can't keep beating a dead horse. At least not for the time being. And until I see some change where people are actually putting themselves on the line for truth, where's my inspiration? You know what? I need to be inspired as well. And I've put my life on hold for everybody other than myself. Like I said, I don't need millions of dollars. I don't need pats on the back. I don't need a gold play button from YouTube. YouTube can go to hell for all I care. They're a bunch of hypocrites that care nothing about truth. They're about money. YouTube can go to hell. Let them block it. Let them silence it. It only proves my point. I could easily just make cat videos, make tons of money, and say it's someone else's problem. There's a reason why I never did that. Even the comic book channel. If you actually are subscribed to my channel, my comic book channel, I talk about some of the stuff here. I talk about how to be more inspired, how to do your research, how to invest properly, how to think for yourself. So even there, I'm not just saying, here's a bunch of comic books, just read them. Again, still thinking about other than myself. And I get attacked there. So, I'm sure many people are going to be a little shocked and maybe even disappointed by this video. And that's fine. Everybody has their entitlement to their own opinions. I can't apologize for being me and expressing how I truly feel. Because if anybody can learn anything about my channels, they will learn that I will never pander to my audience for views. I am no Alex Jones, and I am no whatculture.com. My integrity means more to me than just pandering to an audience and tell them what they want to hear. But sadly, that's what most people want. That's why those channels get everybody's attention. Ask somebody who Alex Jones is in this industry, I guarantee you somebody knows who he is. Ask somebody about what culture, oh, they'll talk about a video they've talked about. Say mine, they'll have no idea what you're talking about. And again, I'm not doing it for the fame or the publicity. The reason I wanted to become more popular, if you even want to say it that way, let's change it. The reason I wanted to become more visible is because the more people I could interact with, the more change I could make. So I was actually doing it for a very unselfish reason. I wasn't looking for glory. I'm not looking for fame. I don't need YouTube fame. That's unimportant to me. And when I talked about the views being blocked, it wasn't because I'm sitting there saying, oh my God, I need the AdSense. It was a nice bonus, but I did this many a year before AdSense was even there. But if no one wants to really take that next level and participate in change, and they just want to wait there for somebody else to do it, that's what will happen. We will be spending our whole lives waiting, and I've invested too much of my time. I'm 47 turning 48. So most people are going to not appreciate this. They're going to judge me, and that's fine. Anybody's judgment of me in a negative way is nothing more than somebody's opinion that I will no longer elect to take to heart. I learned that. So take it as you will. And to the trolls, if you think that you're the ones that did this and you think this is some victory, be careful what you wish for, because people definitely are going to get it. And it's very disappointing. And this hasn't changed the way I believe. The videos I've talked about, all the inspirational videos and stuff, I still believe in all that stuff. But I got to start believing in it for me alone and the people who want to be there for me. Those who walk away, the family and friends that walked away or made fun of me or laughed secretly, there's no love loss. Because they weren't really caring people. If they could actually abandon somebody who's only trying to help. It's like me, I could never fathom a child going to their parents saying I was sexually molested or abused, only for the parent to not believe them. And the funny part is, I've never been molested, I've never been abused, I've never had any of that stuff, and yet for some strange reason I still care for people that have had that happen. And I can't even relate to it. I can only imagine what that's like, to not only have to go through the pain of being a child that gets abused in a sexual way, that people will ignore it or profit on it. Do you know what that must do to a person? And I thank God every day that I've never had to experience that. But yet for some reason I cared about those people that would go through that, and I would believe some people. And sadly, many of them are liars. Out to become famous. Because I'll tell you, if this Isaac Cappy is being a liar, then he's a piece of garbage and he will get what he deserves from the wrong person. But I've always believed in innocent until proven guilty in this world. You give people... Any person I've trusted end up being a liar. But I don't regret it because I at least gave them the opportunity to be who they said they are. I can't control what somebody else does, but I sure as hell can control how I do things. So, there's nothing more to say at this point. I want to thank people for the ones that came here for the right reasons, who were inspired. The videos will stay up. Watch them as many times as you want. But right now, I cannot stress myself out trying to help others when those others that get helped don't pay it forward. I don't ask for money. I don't ask for anything other than passing on the knowledge to help others and stop living in fear so we can finally overturn all this evil. Because if this world was so great, why are so many people unhappy, overweight, overly medicated, sick, unhappy, divided? There has to be a reason for that. And if we keep sitting there with our hands over our eyes, our hands over our ears, and our hands over our mouths, hear no evil, speak no evil, see no evil, who do you think made that up? The people that don't want you to talk about them or hear what they really have to say or see what's going on. They want you to be willfully ignorant. And by the masses, and I'm not talking about the few people that are here, down to 19, there we go. The caring people are leaving in drones. 19 people out of, what, 7 billion? I guess I was fooling myself to think I would make an impact. But you know what? There is no regret because I did the best that I could. And for years I put my happiness on the line for other people's happiness. I don't regret it. Sometimes you do things and you fail. And that's okay. Maybe I'll find a better way or a different way to make my impact on the world. I don't see failure as the end. I see failure of an end of one choice out of an unlimited way to go. So we'll see where the world takes us at this point. So anyway, to the now 18 people listening, maybe I should just keep talking until it's down to 1, so you can see all the people abandoned. So if you want to do the right thing, please do it. Don't do it for me. Do it for the world. Do it for things that are bigger than self. Because the ironic part is, whether you're religious or not, if we all come from one source, whatever that is, if we stay silent, we're actually hurting ourselves. When we make fun of other people, we're actually making fun of ourselves. When we pass judgment, we are actually passing judgment on ourselves. That's the ironic part about this whole crazy thing called the world. Because whether you believe we come from a Big Bang or we come from a God creation, it all comes from one. There's a reason why they say, even in this country, you know, the corporation known as the United States, united we stand and divided we fall. This is the most divided I've seen in this country. And that's by choice. People don't want to listen. They want to have their feelings safe. Their beliefs intact and unquestioned. And if somebody comes along and says, here, this might not be the best for you, even though you've been trained or had this your whole life. I love you so much. I want to help you see the light. They attack you for it. They ignore you for it. Kind of dumb. Because in my mind, I've always appreciated those who tried to help me, even if they failed at doing it. Ever hear of the it's the thought that counts? Ooh, gained one more person. Maybe it's one of my haters. So at least I gave a good reason for lots of people to thumb down a video. I figured people thumb down my videos every day anyway. Might as well give them a good reason. So yes, I'm a little angry. And no, I'm not on any drugs and I don't drink. I quit alcohol years ago. I'm doing this because this needed to be said for a long time. I held it in thinking that maybe people will learn. So I don't regret making this video. It will not come down. Never regret what you do, even if it seems bad from everybody else's point of view, because you never know, you might learn something from it. So there's a reason why this happened. Now I just have to sit back and learn why. So I don't regret this, even if every person listening hates it, or they're rolling their eyes, or sitting there with the popcorn on their lap having the grand old time. Again, I can't control what other people do. So, thank you very much to those who listen. Enjoy my videos. If you want to see me every now and then, I'll be on my comic book channel, where I'm getting a lot more views. Maybe I can send the message that way. Thanks, everybody. I hope one day people change their mind, lose the fear, and decide today's the day I stand up for what's right instead of what's safe, comfortable, and makes me feel good. And maybe the world will change. Till then, I wish everybody good luck.